World Cup. Bright lights. Roaring crowds. Flags waving like their lives depend on it. Millions of fans glued to screens, screaming at players who cannot hear them. And somewhere in all this global madness, an Indian parent is still asking, did you eat properly before the match? India didn't qualify for the FIFA World Cup. Not this time, not last time either. At this point, it's less of a surprise and more of a tradition. But here's the twist no one talks about enough. Indian origin players are still there. Quietly, casually, representing other countries like it's just another family function. Because let's face it, Indians don't need invitations. We just appear, everywhere. Take Sarpreet Singh, representing New Zealand, a midfielder with calm control and sharp decision-making, trained in the intense football culture of Europe, including Bayern Munich's system. While others panic under pressure, he plays like he's organizing his room, everything in place, nothing wasted. You watch him and think, this guy isn't just playing football, he's calculating angles, timing, and probably his future at the same time. Then comes Nishan Velupillay from Australia. Completely different energy. Fast, aggressive, always moving. The kind of player who runs like someone told him there's food waiting at the finish line. Defenders try to catch him, but he's already halfway across the field thinking about his next move. It's chaos, but controlled chaos. The fun kind. And then there's Tahsin Mohammed Jamshid, representing Qatar. Calm, composed, technically sharp. The type of player who looks like he already knows how the match ends. While everyone else is rushing, he's just there, steady, making things happen quietly. The kind of confidence that doesn't need to shout. Different countries, different systems, different styles of play, but somewhere deep down, there's a shared story. A connection that doesn't show on the jersey, but definitely exists. Because behind every one of these players is a background filled with family expectations, cultural habits, and probably at least one relative who still says, football is fine, but what's your backup plan? And you know what makes it even better? The invisible support system. Somewhere, a family group chat is exploding. Did you see that pass? That's our boy. I told you he was talented since childhood. Send the video link again. Why didn't he score 2 goals? No matter how far they go, some things never change. On the field, though, it's a completely different story. No distractions, no jokes, just pure football. Passes that cut through defenses. Runs that leave players behind. Moments that define matches. You see Sarpreet controlling the midfield, keeping everything balanced. You see Nishan sprinting down the wing, creating chances out of nowhere. You see Tahsin calmly setting up plays like it's just another training session. And the crowd cheers. Loud, passionate, completely unaware that there's a small piece of India quietly influencing the game. That's the beauty of it. No big headlines, no dramatic announcements, just presence. Silent, but powerful. Football is supposed to be about nations, flags, identity, pride. And yet, here it becomes something more. It becomes a mix, a blend of cultures, experiences, and journeys that don't fit into one simple category. These players aren't just representing countries. They're representing stories that crossed borders long before they stepped onto the pitch. And honestly, that's what makes it interesting. Because while fans argue about teams and scores, there's this whole other layer happening underneath. One where backgrounds mix, identities overlap, and talent finds its way no matter where it starts. India may not be playing in the World Cup. That part is still pending. Still, loading, you could say. But its presence, that's already there. In the passes, in the runs, in the quiet moments that decide games. Different flags, different anthems, same roots, somewhere in the story. And maybe that's enough for now. Because football is global, it belongs to everyone. But being Desi, that doesn't stay in one place. It travels, it adapts, it shows up where you least expect it. And somehow, it always finds its way onto the field.